In the month of October, popular Minecraft YouTuber, Twitch streamer, and speedrunner Dream was accused of tampering with game files to achieve a world record time. Many YouTubers, such as Geosquare, Carl Jobs, and even Dream himself have made very detailed explanation videos, including the statistics, reasoning, and other aspects of the situation. But for many of us, it can be difficult to quantify how impactful Dream's luck or cheating was when getting that blazing fast time. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over just that. Just before we get into this video, I want to make it very clear that I am not confirming or denying whether Dream cheated or not. You have heard the facts from various sources, it is up to you to interpret the numbers. What I'm doing in this video is modifying my game to match closely with Dream's numbers. I'm going to be running 262 Pearl trades just like Dream, with and without the data pack. I will also be running 305 Blaze Rod tests again like Dream, with and without the data pack. And what these data packs do is essentially change the luck and drop rates, and we can run these tests and gain data to see how much faster it is with these cheats or this kind of luck. And in the next video, part 2, I will be simulating 2 speedruns, one with the data pack and one without. I also want to make it very clear that I am not trying to revive a dead situation or beat a dead horse. I was just curious on how much faster speedrunning can get with this kind of luck or these kinds of cheats. Now let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to do is go over how I was actually able to do this. This involves a bit of math and understanding of computers, and although I highly recommend you to watch this part, if you aren't interested, you can always skip to the time on screen. So first off, I created a data pack for both the piglin barters and the blaze rods. Allow me to briefly go over what this means. So this right here is the loot table for piglin bartering. Now what a loot table is basically a list of items with certain probabilities and weights that will determine what a mob drops or what you can find in chests. There's different loot tables for different situations, but this one is the loot table for piglin bartering. As you can see, I've highlighted the weights in green, and basically this is saying that every item has a specific weight. For example, if we scroll down right here, we can see that the Minecraft obsidian has a weight of 40. And how we can calculate the percent chance or probability is that we add up all the weights, which we will find is 459, and put that as the denominator. Now let's say we want to find the weight for that obsidian. The weight of the item divided by the entire weight. 40 divided by 459, which we will get is around 8.71%. Basically saying 8.71% of the time you are going to get obsidian. Now let's move on to what we actually want to figure out. Ender pearls, which is right here. And basically the reason why weight is so important is because by increasing the weight, not only are you increasing the denominator, you are also increasing the numerator. 2 out of 4 has a 50% chance. Increase the weight, and you have 3 out of 5, a 60% chance. And now you can see why increasing the weight of an item will bring you higher chances, which is what we actually did for the Ender Pearl. The Ender Pearl's original weight is supposed to be 10, which is around a 2.18% chance. Now out of 262 piglin trades, Dream was actually able to successfully get pearls 42 times, which is around 16%. And you should be getting pearls around 2.18% of the time. Very suspicious. Hold up, Future Delta here. I just want to make it clear that this is actually incorrect. The 2.17% is the current chance of a successful pearl trade. As you can see in Geosquare's video, back when Dream was completing this run, the odds were actually around 4.73%. Still, 4.73 versus 16%, pretty big difference. However, when performing the piglin tests in this video, as well as the simulated speedruns in the next video, I will be using the current probabilities because again, the point is to see how much faster Dream's probabilities are compared to today's probabilities. So what we actually did was instead of having a weight of 10, we increased it to 85. This puts our numerator for pearls at 85. This changes our pearl drops from 10 over 459 285 over 534. And this will give us around a 15.91 or 92% chance, which is very close to Dream's. If I actually changed the weight even by 1, we would have gotten a higher number than Dream's probability, and I don't think that would be fair. 85 was also just a really easy whole number. If I wanted to get it closer to Dream's probability, I would have had to change the weight of everything, and that would just be too much of a hassle. Another thing we have to take into account is that on a successful pearl trade, you have an equal chance of the piglin dropping 2, 3, or 4 pearls. And getting 3 trades of 4 pearls each is a lot faster than getting, say, 2, 3, 3, and 4. Now, although this is one way Dream could have modified his game, it's too simple, as this data pack is very easily found. You just have to get the world save folder, go into data packs, and if Dream got caught using something like this, it would just be really easy to detect, and is honestly not one of the smartest ways to not get caught cheating, but it is really easy for the purpose of our experimentation. And of course, we have the blaze rods, which was a lot easier. Dream got 211 out of 300 blaze rods. As I said, weight of 211 over the entire weight. That is 211 over 305. I just used dirt because air was having some sort of issue, but yeah, this is pretty much the exact same luck as Dream. So after creating the data pack, the next thing to do was put it to the test. Out of 262 trades with piglins, Dream had 42 successful pearl trades. This is around 16.03%, which deviated insanely far from the expected 4.73% at the time. But today the chances are actually around 2.18%. So I dropped 262 gold onto piglins, and now we can see how many successful pearl trades we got. With the data pack, I was able to get, drumroll please, 42 successful pearl trades out of the 262 gold, a probability of 16.03%, the exact same as Dream. Now, I also ran the exact same 262 gold test, only this time without the data pack, and we will be using the current pearl trade probability of 2.18% and not the 4.73% that Dream was expected to get at the time. Out of 262 trades, 6 were successful, a probability of only 2.29%. I got 36 more successful trades with the data pack than without, and now we can see how powerful such a difference in probability is with this cheat or luck. So as I mentioned before, the other variable that Dream was lucky in, or cheated in, was blaze rod luck. Out of 305 blaze rods killed, 211 of them dropped a blaze rod. That is around 69.18%. Nice. This deviates very far from the expected 50% chance, so like the piglins, I ran a test to kill 305 blazes with the data pack. Now out of the 305, 199 dropped a blaze rod, which is around 65%. Again, pretty close to Dream's probability. Now I ran the exact same test of killing 305 blazes, this time without the data pack, only to get 147 blaze rods, a probability of around 48%. As you can see, this has an insane impact. Now, take this with a grain of salt. If I could run the same test trillions and trillions of times, we would see the average of the tests come closer to the expected value. Reason I couldn't run trillions and trillions of simulations myself is because I don't have the software. Sure, I could code a random generator myself, but as GeoSquare said, Pearl trades use the same random number generator as lava, so the constant lava generation is scrambling the Pearl trades, and coding this is beyond my knowledge. Another thing we must take into account is the fact that percentage in probability just gives us an idea of what portion of a dataset an event occurred. Look, I'm no practicing astrophysicist, nor do I overanalyze video games for a living, so please don't scrutinize me if what I just said makes no sense. What I'm saying is we should be focusing on how far we divert from the expected value. If you watched Game Theorist's take on the situation, he puts it really well. For example, if you flip a coin 10 times, you actually have a higher chance of getting 7 heads than if you flipped a coin 100 times and got 60 heads. This is because although in the first scenario, 70% of the flips were heads, and in the second scenario, only 60% of the flips were head, and the expected value in a 50-50 situation like coin flipping is 50%, you must not look at it this way. In the first scenario, we got 7 heads but expected 5. The thing is, 7 is only 2 away from 5. Not that bad. But take a look at the second scenario. We got 60 heads and expected 50. That's 10 away from 50. And now you can see where I'm going with this. This is known as regression towards the mean, and in layman terms, at first the results may seem far from the expected results, but the more and more we carry out the experiment, the more the results line up with the expected value. Now the reason I bring this up is the fact that this makes Dream look a lot more sus. You can see, although very far-fetched, it would make slight sense for Dream to get a single lucky speedrun. But when you take into account the fact that there were multiple speedruns like this where Dream's luck was abnormally high, things start to get very interesting. Now I can get into sampling bias and p-hacking, but I'll leave that to the professionals, as again, the purpose of this video is to prove how significant luck or cheats like these can impact a speedrunner's game. I have a lot of things I would have liked to say in this video, but I didn't want to overcomplicate it. In conclusion, it is pretty easy to see just how large of an impact this luck or these cheats can have on your game. They can greatly improve the time of a speedrun, considering the fact that blaze rods and ender pearls are both necessary items for a Minecraft speedrun, and the increased drop rates are questionably high. In the next video, I will actually be speedrunning the nether portion of the game with and without the data pack, and you will not want to miss that video because that is where we put everything to the test. And I mean, you already watched this video, why not watch part 2? And if you want to get notified when part 2 drops, hit that sub button and turn on post notifications. I also plan to upload other content that is a lot more interesting and entertaining. Also, thank you to my friends for helping me with the blaze rod tests, and thank you to Minecraft Horse for allowing me to slap him. Good job, Minecraft Horse. That's right, tell the people what they want to hear. Anyway, this is Delta, signing off, stay on the grind, and I will see you all in the next one.